Ranjit Singh, November 13, 1780, June 27, 1839, was the founder and first Maharaja of the Sikh Empire in the northwest Indian subcontinent, ruling from 1801 until his death in 1839. Born to Maha Singh, the leader of the Sukachakya Mile, Ranjit Singh survived smallpox in infancy but lost sight in his left eye. At the age of 10 years old, he fought his first battle alongside his father. After his father died around Ranjit's early teenage years, he became leader of the Mile. Ranjit was the most prominent of the Sikh leaders who opposed Zaman Shah, the ruler of Durrani Empire, during his third invasion. After Zaman Shah's retreat in 1799, he captured Lahore from the Sikh triumvirate which had been ruling it since 1765. At the age of 21, he was formally crowned at Lahore. Before his rise, the Punjab had been fragmented into a number of warring Sikh, known as Misls, Muslim and Hindu states. 8. A large part of Punjab was under direct Durrani control. By 1813, Ranjit Singh had successfully annexed the Sikh Misls and taken over the local kingdoms. The following decades saw the conquest of Durrani Afghan-ruled territories of Multan, Kashmir, and Peshawar into his expanding Sikh Empire. Ranjit Singh established friendly relations with the British. Ranjit Singh's reign introduced reforms, modernization, investment in infrastructure, and general prosperity. His Khalsa army and government included Sikhs, Hindus, Muslims, and Europeans. His legacy includes a period of Sikh cultural and artistic renaissance, including the rebuilding of the Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar as well as other major Gurdwaras, including Takht Sri Patna Sahib, Bihar, and Hazur Sahib Nanded, Maharashtra under his sponsorship. He also founded the Order of the Propitious Star of Punjab in 1837. Ranjit Singh was succeeded by his son Karak Singh after his death in 1839. Ranjit Singh was born in a Sandhwali Jat Sikh family on November 13, 1780 to Maha Singh and Raj Kaur in Gujranwala, Punjab region, present-day Punjab, Pakistan. His mother Raj Kaur was the daughter of Sidhu Jat Sikh ruler Raja Gajpat Singh of Jind. Upon his birth, he was named Booth Singh after his ancestor who was first in line to take the Amrit Sanchar. The child's name was changed to Ranjit, literally, victor in battle, Singh, lion, by his father to commemorate his army's victory over the Chatta chief Pir Muhammad of Chatta state. Singh contracted smallpox as an infant, which resulted in the loss of sight in his left eye and a pockmarked face. He was short in stature, unattractive, never schooled, and did not learn to read or write anything beyond the Gurmukhi alphabet. However, he was trained at home in horse riding, musketry, and other martial arts. At age 12, his father died. He then inherited his father's Sukachakya Mile estates and was raised by his mother Raj Kaur, who, along with Lakhpat Rai, also managed the estates. The first attempt on his life was made when he was 13, by Hashmith Khan, but Ranjit Singh prevailed and killed the assailant instead. At age 18, his mother died and Lakhpat Rai was assassinated, and thereon he was aided by his mother-in-law from his first marriage. Establishment of the Sikh Empire. Background: after the death of Aurangzeb in 1707, the Mughal Empire fell apart and declined in its ability to tax or govern most of the Indian subcontinent. In the northwestern region, particularly the Punjab, the creation of the Khalsa community of Sikh warriors by Guru Gobind Singh accelerated the decay and fragmentation of the Mughal power in the region. Raiding Afghans attacked the Indus River valleys but met resistance from both organized armies of the Khalsa Sikhs as well as irregular Khalsa militias based in villages. The Sikhs had appointed own zamindars, replacing the previous Muslim revenue collectors, which provided resources to feed and strengthen the warriors aligned with Sikh interests. Meanwhile, colonial traders and the East India Company had begun operations in India on its eastern and western coasts. By the second half of the 18th century, the northwestern parts of the Indian subcontinent, now Pakistan and parts of North India, were a collection of 14 small warring regions. Of the 14, 12 were Sikh-controlled Misls, confederacies, one named Kaisar, near Lahore, was Muslim-controlled, and one in the southeast was led by an Englishman named George Thomas. This region constituted the fertile and productive valleys of the 5 rivers, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Sutlej. The Sikh missiles were all under the control of the Khalsa fraternity of Sikh warriors, but they were not united and constantly warred with each other over revenue collection, disagreements, and local priorities. However, in the event of external invasion such as from the Muslim armies of Ahmed Shah Abdali from Afghanistan, they would usually unite. Towards the end of 18th century, the five most powerful missiles were those of Sakarchakya, Kanhayas, Nakais, Alawaliyas, and Bangi Sikhs. Ranjit Singh belonged to the first, and through marriage had a reliable alliance with Kanhayas and Nakais. Among the smaller missiles, some such as the Fulkian Mile had switched loyalties in the late 18th century and supported the Afghan army invasion against their Khalsa brethren. The Kaisar region, ruled by Muslims, always supported the Afghan invasion forces and joined them in plundering Sikh missiles during the war. Military campaigns' early conquests. Ranjit Singh's fame grew in 1797, at age 17, when the Durrani Shah Zaman attempted to bring Punjab into his control through his general Shahanshi Khan and 12,000 soldiers. The battle was fought in the territory that fell in Ranjit Singh's controlled Mile, whose regional knowledge and warrior expertise helped resist the invading army. This victory at the Battle of Amritsar, 1798, gained him recognition. In 1798, Zaman Shah army, which Ranjit Singh did not resist. He let them into Lahore, then encircled them with his army, blocked off all food and supplies, and burnt all crops and food sources that could have supported the Afghan army. Much of the Afghan army retreated back to Afghanistan. In 1799, Raja Ranjit Singh's army of 25,000 Khalsa, supported by another 25,000 Khalsa led by his mother-in-law Rani Sada Kaur of Kanhaya Mile, in a joint operation attacked the region controlled by Bangi Sikhs centered around Lahore. The rulers escaped, marking Lahore as the first major conquest of Ranjit Singh. The Sufi Muslim and Hindu population of Lahore welcomed the rule of Ranjit Singh. In 1800, the ruler of the Jammu region ceded control of his region to Ranjit Singh. In 1801, Ranjit Singh proclaimed himself as the Maharaja of Punjab and agreed to a formal investiture ceremony, which was carried out by Baba Sahib Singh Bedi, a descendant of Guru Nanak. On the day of his coronation, prayers were performed across mosques, temples, and gurudwaras in his territories for his long life. Ranjit Singh called his rule Sarkar Khalsa and his court Darbar Khalsa. He ordered new coins to be issued in the name of Guru Nanak named the Nanak Shahi, of the Emperor Nanak. Expansion. In 1802, Ranjit Singh, aged 22, took Amritsar from the Bangi Sikh Mile, paid homage at the Harmandir Sahib Temple, which had previously been attacked and desecrated by the invading Afghan army, and announced that he would renovate and rebuild it with marble and gold. On January 1, 1806, Ranjit Singh signed a treaty with the British officials of the East India Company, in which he agreed that his Sikh forces would not attempt to expand south of the Sutlej River, and the company agreed that it would not attempt to militarily cross the Sutlej River into the Sikh territory. In 1807, Ranjit Singh's forces attacked the Muslim-ruled Principality of Kaisar and, after a month of fierce fighting, defeated the Afghan chief Qutb-ud-Din, thus expanding his empire northwest towards Afghanistan. In the same year, he also annexed the Sial-ruled Jang. The most significant encounters between the Sikhs in the command of the Maharaja and the Afghans were in 1813, 1823, 1834, and 1837. In 1813, Ranjit Singh's General Dewan Makam Chand led the Sikh forces against the Afghan forces of Shah Mahmud led by Fateh Khan Baratsai. The Afghans lost their stronghold of Attock in that battle. In 1813-14, Ranjit Singh's first attempt to expand into Kashmir was foiled by Afghan forces led by Azim Khan, due to a heavy downpour, the spread of cholera, and poor food supply to his troops. In 1819, at the Battle of Shopian, he successfully defeated the Afghan rulers and annexed Kashmir Valley, stretching his rule into the north and the Jhelum Valley, beyond the foothills of the Himalayas, 438, along with a yearly revenue of Rs 70 lakhs. Diwan Moti Ram was appointed governor of Kashmir. In 1818, Darbar's forces led by Kuruk Singh and Misr Diwan Chand occupied Multan, killing Nawab Muzaffar Khan and defeating his forces, leading to the end of Afghan influence in Punjab. The whole Bari Doab came under his rule with that conquest. With the defeat of the Nawab of Mankera in 1821, the entire Sindh Sagar Doab came under subjugation by the Sikhs. In 1823, the Yusufzai Pashtun fought the army of Ranjit Singh north of the Kabul River. In 1834, Muhammad Azim Khan once again marched towards Peshawar with an army of 25,000 Khattak and Yusufzai tribesmen in the name of jihad to fight against the Maharaja. The Maharaja defeated the forces. Yar Muhammad Khan was pardoned and was reinvested as governor of Peshawar with an annual revenue of Rs 1,10,000 to Lahore Darbar. In 1835, the Afghans and Sikhs met again at the standoff at the Khyber Pass. However, it ended without a battle. In 1837, the Battle of Jamrud became the last confrontation between the Sikhs led by him and the Afghans, which displayed the extent of the western boundaries of the Sikh Empire. On November 25, 1838, the two most powerful armies on the Indian subcontinent assembled in a grand review at Firozpur as Ranjit Singh, the Maharaja of the Punjab, brought out the Dal Khalsa to march alongside the sepoy troops of the East India Company and the British troops in India. In 1838, he agreed to a treaty with the British Viceroy Lord Auckland to restore Shah Shoja to the Afghan throne in Kabul. In pursuance of this agreement, the British Army of the Indus entered Afghanistan from the south, while Ranjit Singh's troops went through the Khyber Pass and took part in the victory parade in Kabul. Extent of the rule of the Sikh Empire, also known as the Sikh Raj and Sarkar Khalsa, was in the Punjab region, the name of which means the land of the five rivers. The five rivers are the Beas, Ravi, Sutlej, Chenab, and Jhelum, all of which are tributaries of the river Indus. The geographical reach of the Sikh Empire under Singh included all lands north of Sutlej River and south of the high valleys of the northwestern Himalayas. The major towns at the time included Srinagar, Attock, Peshawar, Bannu, Rawalpindi, Jammu, Gujarat, Sialkot, Kangra, Amritsar, Lahore, and Multan. Muslims formed around 70%, Hindus formed around 24%, and Sikhs formed around 6 to 7% of the total population living in Singh's empire administration. Governance Ranjit Singh allowed men from different religions and races to serve in his army and his government in various positions of authority. His army included a few Europeans, such as the Frenchman Jean-François Allard and Italian Jewish Jean-Baptiste Ventura, though Singh maintained a policy of refraining from recruiting Britons into his service, aware of British designs on the Indian subcontinent. Despite his recruitment policies, he did maintain a diplomatic channel with the British. In 1828, he sent gifts to George IV, and in 1831, he sent a mission to Simla to confer with the British Governor-General, William Bentinck, which was followed by the Ropar meeting, while in 1838, he cooperated with them in removing the hostile emir in Afghanistan. Religious policies, as consistent with many Punjabis of that time, Ranjit Singh was a secular king and followed the Sikh path. His policies were based on respect for all communities, Hindu, Sikh, and Muslim. A devoted Sikh, Ranjit Singh restored and built historic Sikh Gurdwaras, most famously, the Harmandir Sahib, and used to celebrate his victories by offering thanks at the Harmandir. He also joined the Hindus in their temples out of respect for their sentiments. The veneration of cows was promoted and cow slaughter was punishable by death under his rule. He ordered his soldiers to neither loot nor molest civilians. He built several Gurdwaras, Hindu temples, and even mosques, and one in particular was Moran Masjid, built at the behest of his beloved Muslim wife, Moran Sarkar. The Sikhs led by Singh never razed places of worship to the ground belonging to the enemy. However, he did convert Muslim mosques into other uses. For example, Ranjit Singh's army desecrated Lahore's Badshahi Mosque and converted it into an ammunition store and horse stables. Lahore's Modi Masjid, Pearl Mosque, was converted into Modi Mandir, Pearl Temple, by the Sikh army, and Soneri Mosque was converted into a Sikh Gurdwara, but upon the request of Sufi Fakir, Sadar Shah Bukhari, Ranjit Singh restored the latter to a mosque. Lahore's Begum Shahi Mosque was also used as a gunpowder factory, earning it the nickname Bharat Khana Wali Masjid, or Gunpowder Mosque. Singh's sovereignty was accepted by Afghan and Punjabi Muslims, who fought under his banner against the Afghan forces of Nadir Shah and later Azim Khan. His court was ecumenical in composition. His prime minister, Dayan Singh, was a Hindu, Dabra, his foreign minister, Fakir Azizuddin, was a Muslim, and his finance minister, Dina Nath, was also a Hindu, Brahmin. Artillery commanders such as Mian Gausa were also Muslims. There were no forced conversions in his time. His wives Bibi Morin, Gulbahar Begum retained their faith, and so did his Hindu wives. He also employed and surrounded himself with astrologers and soothsayers in his court. Ranjit Singh had also abolished the Gurmata and provided significant patronage to the Udasai and Nirmala sect, leading to their prominence and control of Sikh religious affairs. Khalsa Army. The army under Ranjit Singh was not limited to the Sikh community. The soldiers and troop officers included Sikhs, but also included Hindus, Muslims, and Europeans. Hindu Brahmins and people of all creeds and castes served his army, while the composition in his government also reflected a religious diversity. His army included Polish, Russian, Spanish, Prussian, and French officers. In 1835, as his relationship with the British warmed up, he hired a British officer named Fawkes. However, the Khalsa army of Ranjit Singh reflected the regional population, and as he grew his army, he dramatically increased the Rajputs and the Sikhs, who became the predominant members of his army. In the Doaba region, his army was composed of the Jat Sikhs. In Jammu and northern Indian hills, it was Hindu Rajputs, while relatively more Muslims served his army in the Jhelum River area closer to Afghanistan than other major Punjab rivers. Reforms. Ranjit Singh changed and improved the training and organization of his army. He reorganized responsibility and set performance standards in logistical efficiency in troop deployment, maneuver, and marksmanship. He reformed the staffing to emphasize steady fire over cavalry and guerrilla warfare, and improved the equipment and methods of war. The military system of Ranjit Singh combined the best of both old and new ideas. He strengthened the infantry and the artillery. He paid the members of the standing army from treasury, instead of the mobile method of paying an army with local feudal levies. While Ranjit Singh introduced reforms in terms of training and equipment of his military, he failed to reform the old Jagirs Ijra system of mobile middlemen. The Jagirs system of state revenue collection involved certain individuals with political connections or inheritance promising a tribute, Nazarana, to the ruler, and thereby gaining administrative control over certain villages, with the right to force collect customs, excise, and land tax at inconsistent and subjective rates from the peasants and merchants. They would keep a part of collected revenue and deliver the promised tribute value to the state. These Jagirs maintained independent armed militia to extort taxes from the peasants and merchants, and the militia was prone to violence. This system of inconsistent taxation with arbitrary extortion by militia continued the Mughal tradition of ill treatment of peasants and merchants throughout the Sikh Empire, and is evidenced by the complaints filed to Ranjit Singh by East India Company officials attempting to trade within different parts of the Sikh Empire. According to historical records, Sunit Singh, Ranjit Singh's reforms focused on the military that would allow new conquests, but not towards the taxation system to end abuse, nor on introducing uniform laws in his state or improving internal trade and empowering the peasants and merchants. This failure to reform the Jagirs-based taxation system and economy, in part led to a succession power struggle and a series of threats, internal divisions among Sikhs, major assassinations, and coups in the Sikh Empire in the years immediately after the death of Ranjit Singh. An easy annexation of the remains of the Sikh Empire into British India followed, with the colonial officials offering the Jagirs better terms and the right to keep the system intact. Infrastructure investments. Ranjit Singh ensured that Punjab manufactured and was self-sufficient in all weapons, equipment, and munitions his army needed. His government invested in infrastructure in the 1800s and thereafter, established raw materials mines, cannon foundries, gunpowder, and arms factories. Some of these operations were owned by the state, and others were operated by private Sikh operatives. However, Ranjit Singh did not make major investments in other infrastructures such as irrigation canals to improve the productivity of land and roads. The prosperity in his empire, in contrast to the Mughal Sikh Wars era, largely came from the improvement in the security situation, reduction in violence, reopened trade routes, and greater freedom to conduct commerce. Muslim accounts. 19th century Muslim historians and scholars such as Shah Ahmad Ali, who experienced the Sikh Empire firsthand, presented a different view on Ranjit Singh's empire and governance. According to Ali, Ranjit Singh's government was despotic, and he was a mean monarch in contrast to the Mughals. The initial momentum for the empire building in these accounts is stated to be Ranjit Singh-led Khalsa army's insatiable appetite for plunder, their desire for fresh cities to pillage, and eliminating the Mughal-era revenue intercepting intermediaries between the peasant cultivator and the treasury. According to Ishtiaq Ahmed, Ranjit Singh's rule led to further persecution of Muslims in Kashmir, expanding the previously selective persecution of Shia Muslims and Hindus by Afghan Sunni Muslim rulers between 1752 and 1819 before Kashmir became part of his Sikh Empire. Bikramjit Hazrat describes Ranjit Singh as a benevolent despot. The Muslim accounts of Ranjit Singh's rule were questioned by Sikh historians of the same era. For example, Ratan Singh Bangu in 1841 wrote that these accounts were not accurate, and according to N. Murphy, he remarked, "When would a Muslim praise the Sikhs?" In contrast, the colonial-era British military officer Hugh Pearce in 1898 criticized Ranjit Singh's rule as one founded on violence, treachery, and blood. Sohan Sital disagrees with this account and states that Ranjit Singh had encouraged his army to respond with a tit-for-tat against the enemy, violence for violence, blood for blood, plunder for plunder. Decline Singh made his empire and the Sikhs a strong political force, for which he is deeply admired and revered in Sikhism. After his death, the empire failed to establish a lasting structure for Sikh government or stable succession, and the Sikh Empire began to decline. The British and Sikh Empire fought two Anglo-Sikh wars, with the second ending the reign of the Sikh Empire. Sikhism itself did not decline. Clive Dewey has argued that the decline of the empire after Singh's death owes much to the Jagir-based economic and taxation system which he inherited from the Mughals and retained. After his death, a fight to control the tax spoils emerged, leading to a power struggle among the nobles and his family from different wives. This struggle ended with a rapid series of palace coups and assassinations of his descendants, and eventually the annexation of the Sikh Empire by the British personal life. Wives. In 1789, Ranjit Singh married his first wife Mehtab Kaur. The Muklawa happened in 1796. 24. She was the only daughter of Gurbaksh Singh Kanhaiya and his wife Sada Kaur. She was the granddaughter of Jai Singh Kanhaiya, the founder of the Kanhaiya Mile. This marriage was prearranged in an attempt to reconcile warring Sikh missiles. Mehtab Kaur was betrothed to Ranjit Singh in 1786. The marriage, however, failed, with Mehtab Kaur never forgiving the fact that her father had been killed in battle with Ranjit Singh's father, and she mainly resided with her mother after marriage. The separation became complete when Ranjit Singh married Datar Kaur of the Nakai Mile in 1797, and she turned into Ranjit's most beloved wife. Mehtab Kaur had three sons, Ishwar Singh, who was born in 1804 and died in infancy. In 1807 she had Sher Singh and Tara Singh. According to historian Jean-Marie Lafont, she was the only one to bear the title of Maharani. She died in 1813, after suffering from failing health. His second marriage was to Datar Kaur, born Raj Kaur, the youngest child of Ran Singh Nakai, the third ruler of the Nakai Mile, and his wife Karman Kaur. They were betrothed in childhood by Datar Kaur's eldest brother, Sardar Bhagwan Singh, who briefly became the chief of the Nakai Mile, and Ranjit Singh's father Maha Singh. They were married in 1797. This marriage was a happy one, and Ranjit Singh always treated Raj Kaur with love and respect. Since Raj Kaur was also the name of Ranjit Singh's mother, his wife was renamed Datar Kaur. In 1801, she gave birth to their son and heir apparent, Kurak Singh. Datar Kaur bore Ranjit Singh two other sons, Ratan Singh and Fateh Singh. Like his first marriage, the second marriage also brought him a strategic military alliance. Along with wisdom and all the chaste virtues of a royal woman, Datar Kaur was exceptionally intelligent and assisted Ranjit Singh in affairs of the state. During the expedition to Multan in 1818, she was given command alongside her son, Kurak Singh. It is widely recognized that Datar Kaur had a great amount of influence on Ranjit Singh. Throughout his life she remained Ranjit Singh's favorite wife, and for no other did he have greater respect for than Datar Kaur, who he affectionately called my Nakain. Even though she was his second wife, she became his principal wife and chief consort. During a hunting trip with Ranjit Singh, she fell ill and died on June 20, 1838. The missionary reported on her death, the Maharaja was never the same person again. He was no longer able to mount his horse himself and had to be lifted into the saddle. His recovery was retarded by the death of my Nakain, his favorite wife and companion of over 40 years. He took the Nakain's death to heart and brooded over it a long time. Ratan Kaur and Daya Kaur were wives of Sahib Singh Bengi of Gujarat, a mile north of Lahore, not to be confused with the state of Gujarat. 28. After Sahib Singh's death, Ranjit Singh took them under his protection in 1811 by marrying them via the rite of Chatter and Dotsi, in which a cloth sheet was unfurled over each of their heads. The same with Rup Kaur, Gulab Kaur, Saman Kaur, and Lakshmi Kaur, who looked after Duleep Singh when his mother Jind Kaur was exiled. Ratan Kaur had a son Multana Singh in 1819, and Daya Kaur had two sons Kashmira Singh and Pashura Singh in 1821. Jind Kaur, the final spouse of Ranjit Singh. Her father, Mana Singh Aulik, extolled her virtues to Ranjit Singh, who was concerned about the frail health of his only heir Karak Singh. The Maharaja married her in 1835 by sending his arrow and sword to her village. On September 6, 1838, she gave birth to Duleep Singh, who became the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. His other wives included Mehtab Devi of Karnara, also called Guddan or Kadochan, and Raj Banso, daughters of Raja Sansar Chand of Kangra. He was also married to Rani Har Devi of Adalgar, Rani Aso Sarkar, and Rani Jag Deo, according to the diaries that Duleep Singh kept towards the end of his life. These women presented the Maharaja with 4 daughters. Dr. Priya Atwal notes that the daughters could be adopted. Ranjit Singh was also married to Jind Bani or Jind Kulan, daughter of Muhammad Patan from Mankara, and Gul Banu, daughter of Malik Akhtar from Amritsar. Ranjit Singh married many times, in various ceremonies, and had 20 wives. Sir Lipple Griffin, however, provides a list of just 16 wives and their pension list. Most of his marriages were performed through Chatter Andas. Some scholars note that the information on Ranjit Singh's marriages is unclear, and there is evidence that he had many concubines. Dr. Priya Atwal presents an official list of Ranjit Singh's 30 wives. The women married through Chatter and Dotsi were noted as concubines and were known as the lesser title of Rani, Queen. While Mehtab Kaur and Datar Kaur officially bore the title of Maharani, High Queen, Datar Kaur officially became the Maharani after the death of Mehtab Kaur in 1813. Throughout her life was referred to as Sarkar Rani. After her death, the title was held by Ranjit's youngest widow Jind Kaur. According to Khushwant Singh in an 1889 interview with the French journal Le Voltaire, his son Duleep Singh remarked, "I am the son of one of my father's 46 wives." Dr. Priya Atwal notes that Ranjit Singh and his heirs entered a total of 46 marriages. But Ranjit Singh was known not to be a rash sensualist and commanded unusual respect in the eyes of others. Fakir Syed Vedetan states, if there was one thing in which Ranjit Singh failed to excel or even equal the average monarch of Oriental history, it was the size of his harem. George Keane noted, in hundreds and in thousands the orderly crowd stream on. Not a bough is broken off a wayside tree, not a rude remark to a woman. Sons Karak Singh, February 22, 1801, November 5, 1840, was the eldest and the favorite of Ranjit Singh from his second wife, Datar Kaur. He succeeded his father as the Maharaja. Ishar Singh, 1804 to 1805, son of his first wife, Mehtab Kaur. This prince died in infancy. Ratan Singh, 1805 to 1845, was born to Maharani Datar Kaur. He was granted the Jagatpur Bajaj estate as his Jagir. Fateh Singh, 1806 to 1811, was born to Maharani Datar Kaur. Sher Singh, December 4, 1807, September 15, 1843, was the elder of the twins of Mehtab Kaur. He briefly became the Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. Tara Singh, December 4, 1807, 1859, younger of the twins born of Mehtab Kaur. Multana Singh, 1819 to 1846, son of Ratan Kaur. Kashmira Singh, 1821 to 1844, son of Daya Kaur. Pashura Singh, 1821 to 1845, younger son of Daya Kaur. Duleep Singh, September 4, 1838, October 22, 1893, the last Maharaja of the Sikh Empire. Ranjit Singh's youngest son, the only child of Jind Kaur. According to the pedigree table in Duleep Singh's diaries that he kept towards the end of his life, another son, Fateh Singh, was born to Mina Kane, who died in infancy. According to Henry Edward, only Datar Kaur and Jind Kaur's sons are Ranjit Singh's biological sons. It is said that Ishar Singh was not the biological son of Mehtab Kaur and Ranjit Singh, but only procured by Mehtab Kaur and presented to Ranjit Singh, who accepted him as his son. Tara Singh and Shir Singh had similar rumors. It is said that Shir Singh was the son of a chintz weaver, Naala, and Tara Singh was the son of Menki, a servant in the household of Sada Kaur. Henry Edward Fane, the nephew and aide-de-camp to the Commander-in-Chief, India, General Sir Henry Fane, who spent several days in Ranjit Singh's company, reported, though reported to be the Maharaja's son, Shir Singh's father has never thoroughly acknowledged him, though his mother always insisted on his being so. A brother of Shir, Tara Singh by the same mother, has been even worse treated than himself, not being permitted to appear at court, and no office given him either of profit or honor. 5 Years in India, Volume 1, Henry Edward Fane, London, 1842. Multana Singh, Kashmira Singh and Pashura Singh were sons of the two widows of Sahib Singh, Daya Kaur and Ratan Kaur, whom Ranjit Singh took under his protection and married. These sons are said to be not biologically born to the queens and only procured and later presented to and accepted by Ranjit Singh as his sons. Daughters: it is unknown how many daughters were fathered by Ranjit Singh. The only known reference to Ranjit Singh fathering daughters is a handwritten note by Duleep Singh which records that 4 daughters were born to his father. The names of these 4 daughters was not written, but the names of their mothers were, namely Jagdeo and Aso Sarkar, who bore 1 daughter each, and Hertsur, who bore 2 daughters. It is unknown if the mothers were wives or concubines of Ranjit Singh. Punishment by the Akal Takht. In 1802, Ranjit Singh married Moran Sarkar, a Muslim Nach girl. This action, and other non-Sikh activities of the Maharaja, upset orthodox Sikhs, including the Nihangs, whose leader Akali Fulla Singh was the Jathedar of the Akal Takht. When Ranjit Singh visited Amritsar, he was called outside the Akal Takht, where he was made to apologize for his mistakes. Akali Fulla Singh took Ranjit Singh to a tamarind tree in front of the Akal Takht and prepared to punish him by flogging him. Then Akali Fulla Singh asked the nearby Sikh pilgrims whether they approved of Ranjit Singh's apology. The pilgrims responded with Sat Sri Akal, and Ranjit Singh was released and forgiven. An alternative holds that Ranjit went to visit Moran on his arrival in Amritsar before paying his respects at Harmandir Sahib Gurdwara, which upset orthodox Sikhs and hence was punished by Akali Fulla Singh. Iqbal Kaiser and Manveen Sandhu make alternative accounts of the relationship between Moran and the Maharaja. The former states they never married, while the latter states that they married. Court chronicler Sohan Lal Suri makes no mention of Moran's marriage to the Maharaja or coins being struck in her name. Bibi Moran spent the rest of life in Pathankot. Duleep Singh makes a list of his father's queens which also does not mention Bibi Moran. Death. In the 1830s, Ranjit Singh suffered from numerous health complications as well as a stroke, which some historical records attribute to alcoholism and a failing liver. According to the chronicles of Ranjit Singh's court historians and the Europeans who visited him, Ranjit Singh took to alcohol and opium, habits that intensified in the later decades of his life. He died in his sleep on June 27, 1839. According to William Dalrymple, Ranjit Singh had been washed with water from the Ganges, paid homage to the Guru Granth Sahib, and was fixated on an image of Vishnu and Lakshmi just before his death. 4 of his Hindu wives, Mehtab Devi, Guddan Sahiba, daughter of Raja Sansar Chand, Rani Har Devi, the daughter of Chaudhry Ram, a Saliria Rajput, Rani Raj Devi, daughter of Padma Rajput, and Rani Rajno Kanwar, daughter of Sand Bari, along with 7 Hindu concubines with royal titles, committed sati by voluntarily placing themselves onto his funeral pyre as an act of devotion. Singh is remembered for uniting Sikhs and founding the prosperous Sikh Empire. He is also remembered for his conquests and building a well-trained, self-sufficient Khalsa army to protect the empire. He amassed considerable wealth, including gaining the possession of the Kohinoor diamond from Shuja Shah Durrani of Afghanistan, which he left to Jagannath Temple in Puri, Odisha in 1839.